as a musicals fan, I'm always endeavouring to watch some of the older musicals that I never got round to seeing. One of those was Seven Brides for Seven Brothers, which was originally released in 1954. And first of all, I want to say that I really enjoyed this film and I really like it. But what's interesting for me is that none of the musical bits were that memorable. There were a couple, and there are some songs in this that I thought were pretty decent, but it's actually the bits surrounding the musical performances that I liked. I liked the narrative, I liked the characters, I liked that it was sometimes predictable, but sometimes not predictable. And I liked how chaotic it was and how a little bit over the top it was. So I'll read the description from IMDb to give you an overview of roughly what it's about. And this says, Adam, the eldest of 7 brothers, goes to town to get a wife. He convinces Millie to marry him that same day. They return to his backwoods home. Only then does she discover he has 6 brothers all living in his cabin. Millie sets out to reform the uncouth siblings who are anxious to get wives of their own. So basically, one brother is getting married and the other 6 are living there like little puppy dogs, and Millie has to play house to these brothers, and will they find a wife? Will they all find wives? It's very chaotic, because if you think you have 7 brothers, 1 fiancé or wife, and then 6 additional suitors going to be in the house, it's very chaotic. There's always something going on, and I'll be perfectly honest, I sometimes struggled to keep up with which character was whom. And even now, if you ask me to name the 7 brothers' names, I definitely could not do that. Their surname is Pontypi, which I really like saying. One of them's first name is Frankincense, known as Frank. But I think the chaos is what makes it really enjoyable, because it's very high energy, it's very intense. You never know what's going to happen next, or indeed who's going to walk through the door. It's very funny. Maybe not laugh out loud funny. I think maybe the comedy would be laugh out loud if it was done on stage. If you're in the room, if you're in the auditorium and your laughter bounces off of other people's. I have no immediate desire to see this on stage. But if the opportunity arises, I think I probably would give it a go. I think it would be quite a really nice, lively one. Howard Keel plays Adam Pontypi, and Jane Powell plays Millie, and I particularly like her in this. They are the only names that I recognised from the cast, but if there's anybody in this whose work you think I should check out, do let me know. It's directed by Stanley Donen, written by Francis Goodrich and Albert Hackett, and it did actually win 1 Oscar. It won the Oscar for the best music scoring of a musical picture, which is weird since I said the music from me didn't stand out too much. Usually I will love the music in a film and it won't do very well at the Oscars. It also won the Most Promising Newcomer for Jeff Richards at the Golden Globes, and it won several other awards as well. It's been very well received. It's a musical that I think every musical fan has to see at least once and has to at least form an opinion on it. As I said, I really enjoyed the narrative. It's set in the 1850s. We have some really beautiful costumes. It's in Oregon, and the scenery is gorgeous. The house they live in is really cute and quaint, and it's just a visual treat with a really, really gripping narrative. That's a lot of fun. It really is a very fun, lively film. It has its moments where it's quite mellow, but I think it's a great fun. The music's fine. I can take it or leave it. If this wasn't a musical, I'd love it just as much. Would I recommend it? Without question. 7 Brides for 7 Brothers really did live up to the hype.